So I want to share this testimony on how God protected me because my life was in danger. So, right now I'm, doing this series on reserve for royalty and also drawing closer to God. The word of God, and it says in John that my sheep listen to me. They know me. They follow me. This is why it's important to become one with God and be patient. Because listen, when you are patient, you're able to see the signs. A lot of times we just run right into things and we be like, how that happen? We didn't look at nothing else. We just rush right into the situation, you know? But let me tell you about this right here. So this was when I was like around 25 and 26. I was working on my old job. There was this guy that used to come into the job. I never seen him before, but it seemed like he come in around lunchtime to grab him, a few items. So, I saw him looking at me, a few times. And finally, one day when he came in, this is over time, he approached me, to introduce himself, show that he was interested. We had a conversation. And then, later on down the line, he finally asked, he was like, hey, I come in here. I just want to know, could we exchange numbers? So, he came in for, a while. So I was like, yeah, sure. So we exchanged numbers and we was texting, and it wasn't long at all. But over time, something told me to just continue to be patient and don't rush into anything. I remember one time, he invited me to his house, and I told him, I said, I'm not comfortable with that, but we can text for a while, and then you come into the job still and grab you some lunch. We'll see each other then. But for now, I'm okay with where I'm at. So he usually asks me, what do you do all the time? And I told him, right now I work and I go home and do my Bible study and stuff like that. So he was like, oh, so you really into God? And I was like, yeah, that's important to me. So over time, after he couldn't get me to come to his house, and during this time, I just noticed that he lived a different lifestyle than me. It just seemed a little wild. So I was like, I don't think this is going to be my situation. But over time, when he could not get me to come to his house or go hang out with him, he got frustrated. He seemed to become very irritated with me and Jesus. So he texted me one day because he couldn't get me to go to his house. He texted me. He was like, that's why your only friend is going to be Jesus. And I texted him back and I said, I'm okay with that because one day you may need him. Just like that. I left it at that and moved on. And I told my coworkers about it because they was like, what's going on with that guy that used to come in here, talk to you. And I was like, something is off with him. I was like, I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna go with my instinct. And they was like, well, yeah, we trust that because we know how you are. Once you feel something, it's real. So, time go by. And so one day I come to work. My coworker was like, girl, guess what? Have you heard? And I was like, no. They was like, well, that dude that used to talk to you said your only friend was going to be Jesus? They said, he just killed this man. Now, here's the thing. The man that he killed was a man that we knew because this man used to come in there as well. Okay? And so when I heard that, I was like, I knew something was off with this guy. But, once again, I thank God. And this is why I tell people, stop being so in a rush to get out here and to be with people. You don't have to be scared of people, but it's becoming one with God so you can hear. So you can hear him when he's trying to keep you from danger. Whatever it was, God blocked it. You see what I'm saying? If he'll take a man's life, what you think he'll do to a woman who's not cooperating with him? You see what I'm saying? He did not like that Jesus coverage around my life. But I will tell you, before I found out that what he did to that man, one day I was walking to my car. He stopped his truck and he was like, hey, I just want to apologize to you about what I said. And, I told him, I was like, thank you, apology accepted. And I went on because I didn't have no bitter taste about him. I was just grateful that I chose God. Regardless, I have never been boy crazy and I never will be. You see what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things going on in people's life you don't know, no matter how nice they look. Because he looked, nice. You know what I'm saying? But however, I just moved on. A lot of times, God will convict people about how they treat you. You don't even have to get nasty with them. But, here's another thing that I found out today. It's so wild because this was years ago. Now it's years ago, almost 10 years ago. But today I woke up and something told me to go search, and find this article But come to find out, the man that, the life, he took this man's life, that was his lover. But here's the thing, it's not far-fetched, because the man that we know, we already knew he had, a little spice to him or whatever. So we kind of thought that, wonder were they dating? But this other guy appeared not to be that way. But you just never know who really is. Sometimes people who look like that may not be that. Sometimes people who, don't look like that may be. You see what I'm saying? So this just shows me today that he was dealing with so much more in his life that he was trying to fight, because I know he was popping pills and drinking. Sometimes people are trying to suppress a lot of their demons, and a lot of these guys. I have had men confide into me about, being violated as young boys, and now they're dealing with these conflicting spirits. And I know about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't pick at them. I don't think less, of them. But, sometimes you got to leave people where they are, because they're fighting demons that will kill you if you get too close. You see what I'm saying? I just found this out today. Just that confirmation. We thought it, but we just didn't have the proof. But the family expressed this. Just to, wrap this story up, in that moment, like I said, I got saved at, baptized at 21. So at this time I'm 26. This didn't do nothing but make me draw closer to God and stick to what I know I felt in my spirit. That's how I started learning to hear from God, for those that's trying to hear. You see what I'm saying? That's those moments like that made me closer to God, made me trust God more, right? Lean not on my own understanding. So with that being said, be anxious for nothing. Nothing is worth it. You got to get the green light from God. You see what I'm saying? Reserve yourself for royalty. Draw closer to God, because we are in a space in life where it's not safe for nobody. You have more predators around you than you have people who are protectors. That can be men or women. There are many predators, more predators than there are protectors. Because over time, the people that bring life, to the world, the life in them is being, took from them, right? So it's getting darker. You need God more than ever. Don't be desperate for no love life. Don't be desperate for no friends, man. Because people are not okay in here and in here. You don't have to be scared. This should just make you want to draw closer to God, okay? Catch them diamonds.